What's good, YouTube? It's Nas, and we back with another video. Road to 300 subscribers, of course. We're gonna keep posting every day. But today's video, I was thinking about something while I was in class today. I'm in college, obviously. But I was thinking about Amar'e Stoudemire for some reason. And Amari's, I don't think, gonna be forgotten because he's not a Hall of Famer, really. He was this all-star caliber player, but his career was cut short because he got injured in the middle of his fucking prime, and he really never got it back. Even though he was a solid player coming off the injury, he was really never the same Amar'e Stoudemire. And him on the Suns and him on the Knicks is, I really remember his days on the Knicks because I was watching games at that time. But his time on the Suns was some of his best productive seasons, and so let's just get into it, I guess. In the 2002-2003 season, Amar'e averaged 13.5 points per game, basically 9 rebounds and 1 assist. This being his rookie season, and I'm not pretty sure, he won Rookie of the Year with those stats. You can't do that now, but he was a great big man. I'm pretty sure he had a couple blocks per game. I'm gonna look that up right now, but Amar'e was this back to the basket player, and when you get him into a screen and roll, and believe me, just because he's that tall, that doesn't mean he's not fast either, because when he ran that pick and roll with Steve Nash, it was productive because Amar'e was able to fucking roll hard to the rim. And Amar'e in that rookie season, like I was looking it up, he averaged 1 block per game, and he was this rim protector too. In his next season, in the 2003-2004 season, he averaged 20.5 points per game, 9 rebounds and 1.5 assists, 1.5 blocks per game, and 1 steal per game. So him being this versatile defender too at the power forward position, it really helped the Suns. But we know that they would become one of the best players one of the best teams when Amar'e stepped up his game even more. In the 2004-2005 season, Amar'e averaged 26 points per game, 9 rebounds and 1.5 assists, with 1.5 blocks per game and 1 steal per game. And Steve Nash really helped grow Amar'e's career, because without Steve Nash dumping the ball to him every time, it's like Amar'e wouldn't put up these monster numbers. And this was the season I'm pretty sure he made All-NBA second team. We're gonna get into that at the end of the video, but Amar'e was fucking nice, bro. And the next season, the 2005-06 season, he only played 3 games because he was out with injury. He averaged 8 points, 5 rebounds, and 1 block. So not really nothing. He came back from injury in the 2006-2007 season. Came back, averaged 20.5 points per game, 9.5 rebounds, and 1 block per game. 1.5 blocks per game and 1 steal per game. And it sucks that the Suns didn't really, let's just not even say didn't really, they didn't have any playoff success at all. It sucks because that Suns offensive team is one of the best offensive teams in NBA history, and y'all know that because obviously Mike D'Antoni was the coach, and Mike D'Antoni now is known as this offensive guru. Like, teams aren't known for defense really, but his offensives have always been at the very top of the NBA. And having Amar'e Stoudemire, Steve Nash, Shawn Marion at the 3 being this versatile forward, and I'm forgetting their shooting guard. I'm pretty sure it was Jason Richardson because Joe Johnson left a couple years before, but they were nice, bro. In the 2008-2009 season, Amar'e averaged 21.5 points per game, 8 rebounds and 2 assists, with 1 block per game and 0.9 steals per game. So then almost averaged a steal a game per game. I almost averaged a steal per game again, and this would be one of his last seasons in Phoenix. But in his official last season in Phoenix, in the 2009-2010 season, he averaged 23 points, 9 rebounds, and 1 assist, with 1 block per game and 0.9 steal per game, 0.6 steals per game, actually. And Amar'e was the leader of this team. That was him and Steve Nash's last season. The Suns decided to give it one more chance. It didn't work, so Amar'e signed with the Knicks in free agency, and his first season, he was nice, bro. That was before the injury happened, obviously, and before Melo came to town. He averaged, this was when Melo came to town, because Melo was on that team, I'm pretty sure. And Amar'e averaged 25 points per game, 8 rebounds and 2.5 assists, with 2 blocks per game and basically 1 steal per game. He was still at his peak, and him leading the Knicks with Melo, they were a dynamic duo before the injury obviously happened, and he was never the same player again. And In the 2011-2012 season, we see the number drop off dramatically from that last season. He averaged 17.5 points per game, 8 rebounds, 1 assist with 1 block per game, and 0.8 steal per game. And they only continue to drop off, which is a sad thing to say for Amar'e Stoudemire's career. But like I said, his Phoenix days were his best days. And imagine if the injury never happened so early on the Knicks. Like, we would have got to see a prime Amar'e Stoudemire be playing his best basketball with Carmelo Anthony, which obviously was peak Melo, and we see what happened with the Knicks these next 2 seasons, them being in the playoffs with these two. Even though Amar'e's stats would drop off, Melo was still at his prime. So imagine he had a prime Amar'e Stoudemire, like the stud that he was on the Suns. But in the next season, the 2012-2013 season, his stats would drop off again. He averaged 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 14 points, 5 rebounds, and he didn't even average a block and a steal per game. So obviously we see that the stats would drop down dramatically. The games played would drop down, and he became this injury-prone player. Because, like I said, in the 2010-2011 season, when he averaged 25, he played 78 games. And the next season, like I said, when he averaged 17.5, he played 47 games. And when he played 14 games, he played 29 games. So we obviously know that games played, or playing in games, matter. Like, that's how you continue building off the season that you're already having. Like, that's how you continue growing as a player, and Amar'e wasn't doing that. And then his next season, the 2013-14 season, when the Knicks were terrible, Amar'e averaged 12 points, 5 rebounds, and he was just a complete former shell of himself. And he would play 65 games this season, a major improvement from last season, but we know his days were numbered on the Knicks. And then his last season with the Knicks, he averaged 12 points, 7 rebounds, 1 assist, no blocks per game again, or almost a block per game. He averaged 0.9 blocks per game, and he got traded. He went to Dallas, where he averaged 11 points, 3 rebounds, and that's really it. He backed up Dirk, and he was no longer this good player, I guess, because the Dallas Mavericks got him to try to get some help when Dirk was still an all-star in the 2015 season, him being this still great power forward. Dirk's longevity is not talked about enough. But next season, Amar'e would play his last season with the Heat. He averaged 6 points, 4 rebounds, and that's about it, backing up Hassan Whiteside. But Amar'e's stats, or Amar'e's accolades, aren't that bad. They're actually accolades that could get you into the Hall of Fame, but we all know he didn't make the Hall of Fame. Amar'e won Rookie of the Year in 2003, All-NBA, All-Rookie First Team in 2003, NBA All-Star 2005 and 2007 through 2011. He was All-NBA First Team in 2007. Like I said, he had his best seasons. All-NBA Second Team in 2005, 2008, 2010, and 2011. Amar'e in his career averaged 19 points and 7.5 rebounds. And Amar'e's total points scored in the NBA was 15,994. He was about to get to 16,000, damn. But not a lot of Hall of Famers even get to that number. So Amar'e putting up those stats. And that's about it. But let me know how you feel about Amar'e Stoudemire down below. Subscribe. I hope you enjoyed. I got some videos right here. If you enjoyed this video you just watched, video on the right and video on the left, and click on it.